Pioneer Grandma here, also known as Kilo Kilo 7 India Whiskey Yankee. Let's talk ham radio, emergency communications, backup for your cell phone. Just like with everything, you need backup, you need redundancy. You need to have more than one way to build a fire, for example. I wouldn't take just one single match on a camping trip. I'd take a whole box, and I'd take a lighter, or I'd take a ferro rod, or maybe even flint and steel, since that's something I need to get better at. So I need backup for my cell phone. Cell phones are amazing, but they don't always work. The batteries die, cell towers go down, sometimes you're out of coverage. Where I camp, most of the time there's no cell coverage. So I need backup. And on top of that, when there's a serious emergency, the network gets jammed and you can't get through anyway. Sometimes you can get a text message through when you can't get a call through. So that's important to remember that. But cell phones are not infallible, just as matches are not infallible. You need to have backup. I've chosen a ham radio for my backup for many reasons. One, the wide coverage range. Plus, there's like 700,000 licensed ham radio operators out there. That's a lot of backup. And I've connected with a couple of local ham radio clubs, and all of those people are so friendly and helpful. They offer to come to my house and fix my antenna, or help me figure out what I did wrong when I was trying to replace the connections on my radio and it didn't work anymore. I've got a little mobile radio that I'm trying to install in my minivan camper. That'll be cool. But I'm learning lots. So it's great for emergency purposes. It's great for recreational purposes. If you're camping, traveling, hiking, hunting, whatever you're doing. If I want to contact my husband and tell him I want to stay another day, or I didn't go to that campground, I went somewhere else, then I can do that with my ham radio. Even if I need to call someone else, another ham, and say, will you call my husband at such and such a number and let him know I'm going to be late? Or if he has an emergency, he can contact one of my ham buddies and call them and ask them to contact me. It's perfect for that sort of backup. I've really enjoyed it, and there's been a lot of social activities, educational activities, community service that you can do. So you can get started in ham radio really inexpensively and simply. I paid $25. This is my first radio. It's a Baofeng. It's made in China, but it was $25. So it's an inexpensive way to learn. Now I added a bigger battery and I added this longer antenna. So I think for $40, I had something that worked really well. And I can learn a lot from that. And now I'm getting the mobile that's a little bit larger. And I'll install that in the car. So that will be wonderful. There's people that are willing to help me set it up. That makes it wonderful. So emergency purposes, recreational purposes, you can start it inexpensively. You do need to have a license. The license is $35 for 10 years. There's 3 different levels. There's technician, general, and then amateur extra. I've done the technician and the general so far. I took a class online that was really helpful. There are apps for your phone that you can do that are free or inexpensive to practice for the exam. The exam only has 35 questions and you only have to get 74% accuracy. Not bad. They post the exact questions and answers that are going to be on your test online. So you can see. Some people just memorize. And that works. Let's see, the exam, you can do it for free through one of the clubs many times, or I did one of mine for free. The general I took for free from a local club. Actually, my church sponsors a group, and I did it for free through them. My technician exam I took through a ham radio club in Alaska online, and that was great. I think I paid $12 for it. So it can be a really inexpensive hobby. You can be of just about any age to do it. There's lots of kids. It's great fun. It's perfect for emergencies and it's perfect for recreation. I hope you enjoyed this content, and I'll put links to all the things that I mentioned in the description below. So please comment. Let me know if you want further information about how to get ready for the test, or different kinds of radios, things like that. See you down the road. Safe travels.